Yo guys, this is your boy Edizon joining you with another one. We are again back here. This is actually the same place where I found my rod. I was just checking that slate rock. There might be some business here, but we'll see. We start exploding it, start taking it out, and I start cutting it. Yeah, I'm starting one album in the studio. I'm putting currently money aside for multiple travels in Europe. I'm very interested in that southern Spain.
Sorry, I was talking about Gibraltar. It's actually an island in southern Spain that Great Britain owns.
Gibraltar, you can see we're right on top of the rock, and there's this little strip of land on both sides where people live. And that right there is the runway. That's the border between Spain and Gibraltar. So that's all Spain, that's all Spain, that's all Spain. And way over there in the haze, that's Africa.
Hey, look, very beautiful. Look. This is nice. We have some beautiful natural flowers in Finland. That is so nice. Pitching gigs to Ibiza. That was always one of my dreams. Throw a gig there, throw a party. Sometimes I hoped some of these very good vocalists had better egos. It's like they learned about psychology. They would be better with people, that's basically what I mean. I've run into problems with some people just because they're too arrogant and thinking about themselves, too narcissistic, you know. This is this battle of egos, and it's stupid when there is a producer who is coming to your space to help you. And now the ego starts battling. Why? Why it's a battle? It should be two people 50-50 bringing the power, and how the shares goes. It doesn't matter if we can make something so magical, because people think in their stupid heads that I'm the only person in the world and I'm the best. And that's why it's very important to me understand that I have enough. I am enough. I trust myself. I am perfect as I am. I'm not seeing myself better than anybody else. But like, do you understand what I mean? It's not necessary to be something you see these images in your head. You maybe see yourself as Avicii. You see yourself shiny top one vocalist in the billboards. Even with the highest competitiveness. In the shadows of my life. Yeah, you can be happy for what you have. And trust yourself still. Sometimes you might be even better than those best, because they were marketed through freaking system always. And think about money, just money. There is an example. Some guy steals from you 1,000 euros and you explain to police, somebody stole it from me, I don't know where is the money. And you can prove it, it was stolen. Now the bank has to give you the money back. That 1,000 euros vanished. Where did that 1,000 euro vanish? It didn't vanish from the system, but somehow you got free 1,000 euros back to yourself. And also the stealer got. This is also running the inflation, because there is always more and more and more and more and more money, and we believe in it, you know. World is about value, building value. Free market is about building value. And that's why I've been excelling in this space, because I've been able to bring just that value. In many ways, very weird space I've been able to achieve this. My dad owns all of what you see, you know. All of this what you see. This is not a great example actually. Point in this is that he was good with people, and he was always good in bringing value into the space. This builds business, this builds money, this builds revenue, this builds great relationships. Valuable person to society. When I'm coming to this space like music business, I'm actually taking a leap of faith to darkness, like eyes closed, and I don't see light. And I need to keep on taking steps in the darkness and believe the light will come eventually. And I need to trust 100%, 110% even, that the light will come and I will be successful. And everybody else in the darkness are saying, no, this cannot be possible. You cannot be able to achieve this. No one's gonna do that. I wasn't able, you cannot be able to do this. All this shit which you need to be able to also endure. You know what I mean. Just to be successful. It's very rare to get into this kind of position. And my perspective, what I'm selling also here always, is very different than with average studio guy. He's selling maybe even Sibelius Academy paper. I have all that knowledge because I was interested in learning that. I read those books, yes, ABC. I know the ABC. It's almost like ABC is here to, so you will crush it and trust it. You know, crush it and trust it. That's why ABC is here. You need to learn it first. And you need to have it in your backbone again. Like that gives me a little edge. I mean, what gives me a little edge is like I come from instrumentalist perspective. I was solo guitarist and vocalist in a band, and I did play guitar over 20 years. It's almost 20 years even before I went into studio. So the whole of my background was in hearing and learning to play with my ears, hearing those notes and melodies. Some people have even gone so far that saying that I'm best in the world doing melodies. That's maybe a little bit overkill. There is people that have been saying this to me. I can write melodies. From where I took most of my inspiration has been always like Nintendo games, Amiga game music, movie music. All those very legendary, memorable melodies. I feel like those kind of melodies and sounds, maybe soundscapes, sound designs, they bring you certain kind of feelings. This is my value, what I can bring. It's been always very emotional process of learning to even say it, to be so good at it. You know, it is competitiveness. You need to be able to say that you are good. At some point you need to be able to say it to yourself. Most of my life I wasn't able to say this. This is not something I will say at the beginning. Many of people think it's like that. I needed to do this. I needed to be shit 5 years. How long time is 5 years? When you think about it, going in 2 years. And you still got over 3 years to go to be good. And that's why I mean it. That you need to enter the most of the shit in the most competitive space. Like music and being a great artist is the most competitive space. And there is a lot of this shitty work where I've not been particularly good at. I'm very lucky that I found this manager, Sami, who's helping and running my TikTok, you know. He's been growing it very rapidly. I'm so happy, very thankful, grateful.
Follow Edizon
Have a lot
Studio.
of gratitude over it. It's beautiful. Thank you ever so much. Yeah, and biggest thank you to you. Thank you to you. Yeah. Yeah, it's just like that. If you have something at value, I'm even saying that if it someday becomes a big deal, big thing, then it becomes. But it's not like where I'm trying to bring this is like it's not necessary that it becomes big thing, you know. It's not a necessity again. Because like again, if it's about money is everywhere already, you know. Making money is so much everywhere. Like I'm saying, I will go traveling. How the hell I will go traveling? I save money a little bit from my works. It's not so expensive, at least in Europe. Taiwan is also what I'm very interested in. Maybe I try so much hard to get USA gig opportunities, because I know I have different sound than what US has, I think at least, and I think it would suit that marketplace. I just feel like I need to push there. I just feel like that's my gut feeling. And maybe someday it will kind of like, I will have a catch. That's why I need to stay in shape, try to look as young as possible, as long as possible, you know, for the business. That's why Hollywood actors, they go to these hard training programs before they start filming these movies. There's a reason to that. They do more sales like this when you are in better shape. This is just, again, a little bit harsh reality of it. So it kind of like when you are in modern age, you are an artist, producer. You need to be great in gym. You need to also have good cardio because you need to have a lot of stamina to endure all of this shit. Like you need to be a runner, you need to be a lifter, you need to be a sprinter because speed kills also in the modern business. Think about it. Like, it's a mad, mad world. You easily see those roses and shiny things and all this fame you see easily. When they market it, it's all about that. Of course it is. Because they want to market you the greatness of it. But that's just images. Mostly it's just these very big things, let's say, have really high price also. I'm kind of like looping myself, but space is so competitive, so you need to be able to sustain huge amounts of hard times and like this shit. Basically just shit. Yeah, like again, like you need to learn first mixing, mastering. And you need to have thousands of repetitions so you can mix in the top highest level, because you need to actually be able to mix and master in the highest level to compete for the playlist placements. I've been getting good placements, over 200 follower placements even sometimes. Yeah, I was talking about like you're so tired after you produced. You wrote the lyrics, arranged it, composed, sang it, edited it. Like there might be tuning for the vocals, timing, face aligning. You know what I mean. All of this work, and now it's just halfway or maybe 40%. Because you need to start pitching it to the radios, pitching it to the maybe labels. I'm not taking the labels because I'm gonna say this story to the end. You're actually pitching it only to radio, selling the track, selling your music for the gigs, picking the content ideas, playlist placements, pitching it. And it's just hard work. I think like one good rule would be, I've not completely even myself following it, but when you have a great track, try doing 40 times pitching. If nobody answers you something, then you know there must be something wrong with the track. I'm thinking. I never followed that rule, but I heard about it. Some of those people, when they're pushing some maybe books or something, they're talking about even 40 times trying to pitch it. Pushing it through, trying to get it through. That is the reality of media work. It's so hard work, and the work, you think the work is in the product. No! Like there we go to the labels also. You think the work is in the tracks. It never was there. It never was there, not close, even close. It always was in your face, how you look. What's your value in the social media maybe? What value you bring to social media? How many people is following you? How good you are building audience? This is where the value is. Not at all in the music. You can almost say I'm so good at doing tracks. I think I've been. You know I'm qualified. I'm a fucking countrysider. I can earn over 1,000 euros from one production. So I bring the value to the space. I've proven it, you know. Okay, we've proven it. We have the fucking truth and facts. We have the facts. So where I'm bringing this label is interested you when you have 100,000 followers.
Guess where I'm then? Fucking bitches.
Then they are, but they're too late if they're talking about me. If label wants to do something with me, they need to do now, or maybe they are already too late. I'm even thinking it's very, I think, necessary to stay indie, because you can build your audience yourself and you can keep 100% of the revenue, and it doesn't have to even blow up or become very huge, so you will be easily successful just with the music even. Because I come from the background of a musician, I was a guitar player, so it gives me this very instrumentalistic and I think down to earth. Even if when I'm doing electronic music, it's still very down to earth place from where I start to mixing, start to do this production, start to do this down to earth place to start. That's why I think the magic is always in the crossings, talking about maybe comedy meeting dark comedy, little twisted things meeting themselves. There's magic, like again electronic music, country music, they're crossing each other. All of a sudden there is fusion, there is the new big thing, you know what I mean. You can use your imagination and start finding those things. You will have your imagination, and imagination is kind of like, it's either endless or then you build your fences around it, where you put the cap of it. You will decide it even. Like it's even with how much money you want in your bank account. That is also here. Like that's why I say always the success story is in your head at the beginning. It's one here and now. When you start, I mean. And now I have this battle. I'm gonna earn this money, save this money. I know how much I will save. And then I will travel and do videos for you. That's my goal. I might not get any gigs from the places I will go. I try to kind of like sync them up, you know. But first I even want to maybe do it like ass first to the top of the tree. Like what I mean by that is buying the ticket first and then at the same time kind of like trying to get some gigs there. If I don't get, it's a vacational trip just. I will show places and around. It's okay to me. It might be even more fun. I go fishing. I can even rent some boat and go fishing with some people. Or you know, just random adventures I will do. And this is quality content to you. I promise it will be happy and smiles. I will go alone. I'm not scared. I was in the other side of the world. That proved to me I am able to survive to flying anywhere really in the world and like be alive back home, you know. that is something to prove, you know. That is kind of like that kind of situation. It is not, you cannot take it for granted. It's not easy to survive. Sometimes it felt a little hard. That was a hard trip because it was my first flight, you need to understand. Many people said that you are brave, you are so brave. This is your first flight, what the hell. I don't know, it felt like the same as it felt like first time in train. But yeah, I leave it here. Just wanted to kind of like say these thoughts. I had these thoughts in my head. There is other topics I will discuss later. Maybe this was a little bit scattered, maybe a little bit, I don't know, maybe it made sense. Put in the comments what you think. I'm happy with the result and we're gonna have these travels. This is a promise. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out! I'm a fucking countrysider.